Hi, Amanda Fisher, aka the Cashflow Queen, and today I want to talk about the the reasons that accounting reports are often meaningless to you as a business owner. And I get it. When you get a sheet of paper or a few sheets of paper that have numbers all over them, and it's like a sheet of paper just with numbers, your eyes glaze over. They don't mean anything. They don't jump out of the page. They don't show you anything useful. It's just a series of numbers printed on a piece of paper. And so when you don't know what they are and you don't understand what they mean, the piece of paper is meaningless. And what often happens then is you don't bother looking at them because they don't tell you anything anyway. The beauty of the online accounting systems that are available today is most of them have the ability to plug in additional capability that gives you that same information or a lot of that same information, but in graphical form. Most of us, like vast majority of the population, a good majority of the population are visual learners. But even if you're not a visual learner, the reality is that a graph, a picture, shows 1,000 words. And a graph is much easier to understand. We all understand when a graph starts at the bottom left and goes to the top right that it's going up. And that's a good thing. We all understand if you're looking at a pie chart and you've got big chunks of pie and little slices of pie, that depending on what that means, the big chunk is a good chunk and the little chunk is not so good, or vice versa, depending which way you're running. So having graphs, graphical display of your financial reports is important because what it shows you is the ability to look at those numbers and see what they are for what they mean. But also within the graphs, you're also getting to see trends because what the graphs can show is what has happened over a period of time. So you might look at what your sales revenue has been for 12 months, maybe that current month and 12 months history. So you've got the last 12 months, but you've also got the same month last year. So you can start to compare. Is the graph showing it's going up, or is it going down, or is it up and down like a yo-yo? Are there seasonal fluctuations? Now you'll know if you've got seasonal fluctuations in your business. You know if that's the type of business you have. But to be able to see exactly how big those adjustments are, and possibly you may notice some seasonal differences that are a bit more insidious, not so obvious, that may come out. And if you've been in business for a few years and you've got some history there, run those figures out. Start comparing those graphs year on year. And you might be surprised at some of the information you find. Some of those trends may be telling you things. And one of the things I like to talk about is looking through the numbers to the stories they tell. And it's often when you're looking at the graphs that you can see the stories. You can see what's happened. And if you look at those and there is a really poor month perhaps at some point, and you look at it and go, oh, I know what happened then, XYZ. Okay. So at least we know what happened then. And we either know that when that happens again, we need to do things differently, or we can forecast that it's going to happen and make some changes and make some decisions around what you're going to do so that the numbers are different next time. Or it might have been a one-off aberration, which is fine. And that's okay. But having that information, having it in graphical form where you can see it, that makes the numbers jump out of the page, makes them come to life, makes them meaningful for you. And when you know what your numbers are and you can see meaning in them and you can see what they look like, that's when you can start to take control of your business. That's when you can, as your business owner, look at what's going on, make decisions, and ensure that the thriving and success of your business in the future. So again, it's when you don't know what the numbers are telling you. It's when you're that's when you stress and worry. That's when you don't make smart decisions. But if you've got some visual representations and some history and some trends, then you can start making good decisions and really take control of your business.